If you think DSA is difficult, you're not wrong, but you're also not starting the right way. So, in the next 15 minutes, I'll make DSA feel simple, even if you're a complete beginner. So, what is DSA? DSA stands for Data Structures and Algorithms. So, data structure is how you store data, algorithm is how you use the data. So, simple example is like if data is book, so data structure is how you arrange number of books on a shelf, and algorithm is how you find a book quickly. So, why is data structure important? Let me be very honest. If you don't know DSA, coding interviews become very hard. Problem solving feels very confusing. And if you do know a DSA, you think logically, you solve problems faster, and you can crack top company interviews. And DSA is not about memorizing, it's about thinking, and it's about how you logically solve a problem. Uh, what is the biggest mistake which beginner do? So most beginners fail because they jump directly into hard problems. They start solving problems which are very hard for them. So what we should do instead? So we should start small. We should build our concept well. Then we should go to a hard problems. So let's take a simple concept of arrays. So what are arrays? So arrays are the simplest data structures where each elements are stored in a contiguous manner. So let's take an example. Uh, 10, 20, 30, and 40. So how are these elements arranged? So let's say this is an array of size 20, sorry, of size 4. So the data elements inside the array are arranged in such a way that it starts with a 0, then 1, 2, and 3. So array of size 4 will have 4 elements stored in this way. So it starts with the index 0. So basic operations of array. So how do we, so in any data structure we have, so let's see how traversal is done for arrays. So for example, we have array of 4, which is 1, 20, 30, 40. So for int I equal to 0, dot I less than I plus plus, then printf a of array of I. So this will start accessing a of I, means it will start from 0. So first it will print first element, then second element, then third element, then fourth element. So this is how traversal work. So let's see a simple problem to find the maximum uh, element in an array. So for let's take an example of 3, 7, 2, 9, and 5. So in this, so let's take uh, initial element as max as 0, or we can assign the first element of the array. That means max will have 3. Okay. So then traverse the array from second element. So for each element will compare with the max and see if the current element is greater than max, and then replace it with the current elements. So what will happen is, if If array of I is less than, sorry, is greater than max, then max equal to array of I. So by the end of this traversal, the max will have the largest element, that is 9. Okay. So as we see the so yeah, as we see, max will keep updating whenever we find the bigger number in the while traversing. So what are the key takeaways for this particular lecture is what is DSA, why it matters, what is an array, and how to traverse, how to solve your first problem. So this is a solid start for a beginner. Let's